to learn about some sweet tuner parts that you could take home for free?
Well, we've got news for you. We will be reviewing authentic performance parts and giving them away to one lucky enthusiast.
Check out our webinars live now on slipanglemedia.com. Gain some knowledge of these sweet tuner parts and have the opportunity to take them home for absolutely free with great odds.
She's home. I got the driver for a whole 15 minutes last night. I only almost dropped it once and like had to kick off of a curb. But other than that, it was pretty good. I started getting the hang of it pretty quickly. I was getting my shifts much smoother, down shifts, up shifts. They said keep it under 3,000 RPM for the first 500 miles. I'm at 52 miles now. So I didn't really get on it. I'm actually really afraid to get on it. So I guess that's a good thing. It'll keep me honest for a little while. But it's here. I spec'd this out as I showed you guys earlier in the video. I bought all the parts, they're here. They had everything in stock except for the Akrapovic, which honestly I think the stock exhaust is probably the ugliest piece on this thing. It's really bad looking. The Akrapovic sits lower, it's full titanium, and aftermarket you can get a titanium cat delete pipe from them as well as a titanium header, which that's something I'll probably want to do down the road, just more for the weight reduction and maybe the sound. I don't know how loud this is going to get. Sound clips, it didn't seem too loud with the Akrapovic, so. But yeah, it's raining out, so I can't ride. And I don't have gear either, so that's something I gotta go get the next day. But let's start putting some of these parts on and dressing this girl up.
Super jealous.
Oh, Matthew! So we don't have any instructions for most of this stuff, but it looks like the seat's gotta come off first. Once the seat comes off, then we can take these trim pieces off and then get the tank covers off. And then we're just gonna reverse it. So to get at the seat, it looks like there's a hinge up here, and then under here there's a socket or something. So we're gonna take the what do you call these?
Torx.
No, not the bolts, you knucklehead. Like this thing that you hold on to for the passenger.
Handle?
I don't know, is passenger handle, does that make sense?
Yeah.
It is Torx socket.
Sorry,
thanks,
I wasn't listening.
Making me sound like I'm a gosh darn moron on the internets.
That was my fault, I wasn't listening. I was looking at my framing.
Alright.
Looks dark, Quinn.
Dark?
Yeah.
Oh, you might have to bump exposure. It was daylight out yesterday, so we dropped it down. So here's one side, we're gonna do the other side, we'll come right back. My battery's dying. I'll catch up on my socials here.
Mr. Always on his phone.
Like a gosh darn millennial. Dude, I'm so tired of this stupid ass thing. So, all right, we took the passenger handles. You can tell we're not bike guys. We don't know what the hell we're talking about. Off. To reveal these Allen bolts right here. I already took one side off, but this is what's holding the back of the seat in. So, I'm gonna jam an Allen in here. Give it a little. Oh, Jesus.
That sounded good.
They really don't want your seat falling off while you're hauling ass. So, let's get this guy out. You know what I kind of like about bike stuff? This is all like not too complicated to do stuff.
Yeah.
Even the exhaust and everything comes off pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think now we can lift and pull forward. Look at that.
That's pretty easy.
Easy peasy. So, give you guys a little comparo here of the two seats. Oh, actually, this new one is longer. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Which one's lighter?
Oh, jeez. I think this one is. It has to be. This one's bigger. They both have the same like skeleton underneath, except this one's just a titch longer. Side by side.
Things don't stay stock long here.
Alright, so I think for this was just these Allen keys here for this trim piece. Key out.
There's nothing underneath the seat for the tank covers?
There's this thing, but I gotta take these off first, so.
You pull the air box ones. Do you want the socket?
No, it's alright. These are like barely in here.
This is longer, huh?
This is like inch pounds. Yeah, it is longer. I lift. So then it's under this guy.
Yeah, there's the catch.
Yeah, right here. And then I think I meant to take the cap off.
Yeah, it looks like that covers it.
So this is actually kind of a weird thing, right? So here's a fuel tank. Comes off like that.
Is there Velcro on the bottom of this?
What's that? Yeah, there is.
Is there Velcro on the new covers?
No. Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't, probably not. No. I don't know how much it's actually really needed.
I think you pull the bottom out first.
You think you pull the bottom out first?
Yeah, pull the bottom, pops, and then it should
Lift up.
just like that.
There it is.
All right. There's Han.
That coolant tank.
Dos. I guess I should transfer this stuff.
Looks like they got little poppers on the inside too, or those?
Yeah, there's poppers down
Yeah.
below. Oh wait, no, there's Velcro.
Oh, nice.
Oh no, there's not. I was looking at
That's the other old one. There should be Velcro on the new ones, if it's necessary.
So Quinn, to do the air filter on this, you have to pull all this shit off. Cause you're, what about you, motorcycles?
Not currently. I'll sell me out and get one.
brothers. This will be a bonding activity.
Well, we'll see.
You better not die, because
We'll
if
see
you
if you keep
if you
up.
die,
Will you keep riding for me?
I'm gonna be. You know how that's.
I want a sticker like
it's gonna ruin this whole thing for me.
Did you just say you better not die because then I'll have no one to ride with?
No, it's gonna ruin it for me. Because if we go riding together and something happens to him, I'm just gonna be like, well, I feel like an asshole now every time I go riding out there.
You'll be fine.
Look at that,
All right, let's see this carbon fibre.
dude. This is sick.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, I just like when I was speccing this thing out, like it's the gray. I don't mind the black. The black has a lot of metallic in it, which you don't get from the configurator. But like the offset of the gray here just throws me off. I like having one consistent color. Kids,
It's gonna look good.
I'm excited.
Carbon fiber fit.
Dude, this is gonna be, this is like fitting Chinese carbon fiber parts. This thing does not want to line up.
There's one.
There's like rubber grommets. Wow, though, look at that. Hot dog. That's sexy.
This looks real good. There it is.
I got fingerprints all over them. All right, so that's back. There's 2 Allen screws that go in the back. Heel. And these weren't very tight at all. I'm gonna say this is probably like 5 foot-pounds, if that. And I'm gonna do this by hand so I don't scratch this.
Fits like a C-Bond hood.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh. All right, let me try this side.
Is it not lined up?
I mean, I really don't know. Like, I think it's just you gotta. I'm gonna take my watch off and I'll scratch these.
handle. Sorry.
Okay, that's lined up.
Yeah, they got collars on them.
But like I'm not even like touching the carbon yet.
Oh, really?
That's starting to touch the carbon right there. So I really had to like kind of put my body weight on it to get this lined up. Oh. I don't know where that went. Oh.
Magnet?
Yeah.
I think we might need it. One of those little pen ones.
Cut. Yeah.
That made a big difference.
That right?
I really like that.
I was like you fucked up thing was when I was looking at these in the dealer. So this was sitting just like this. They had the race package one with the heritage stuff.
Yeah.
And it had the Akrapovic. This is fine.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that looks better. But it's like the exhaust is throwing me off. Like the black covers are kind of throwing me off. But it's like, I had the vision. You know, like I was like, no, I got to do black frame, carbon covers, the gold, and then not that beat looking exhaust. So interesting enough, I came home with this last night, and my brother came over to see it, and now he's going to look at them tomorrow too.
Oh, I think a motorcycle's a good way to social distance.
Hell yeah. Well, unless you get a passenger. Yeah. I did get the two-person seat, so.
So we're going butt to nut later.
You're the first person I'm taking for a ride, baby. Well, this is the first time that Indians even made a bike like this. They've always done cruisers.
Yeah.
So like that was the other thing they said for like a first time execution for like you know, like whatever you call this classification of bike. There's not very many bikes that fall into this category. Yeah.
It's like standard ride style, but it's retro.
I mean, like
styling.
Like FTR means flat track racing.
Well, this is a mock of, or this is like their modernized idea. Of
yeah, they had a race bike from back in the day that was like, you know, based off of this. And like I don't know how I feel about like the whole V-twin thing. I don't know enough about like motorcycles and engines to like really have a preference for that, but this motor sounds pretty good, and I like that it revs high and it revs fast. Like,
does it feel smooth?
No. But I think that's inherent for V-twins is they're a little bit more rough. So I don't know if that's going to be cool or not, but like I guess like so when I was looking at this, like this kind of reminds me of like an AMG Mercedes. Has like that sophisticated tone to it. It's like a more premium thing. It's got like kind of like a luxury feel a little bit to it. I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong in that assessment, but like it's, you know, just having like a more of a muscly engine that revs, right? Because that's what they kind of did with like the SLS AMG. That motor was like more revvy, but based off of whatever the W154 series motors were. All right, last piece. Is a seat. Well, actually, this isn't the last piece. We gotta do the front fender, but.
Yeah, I've been excited to see the look of the seat on here.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's a couple stops, like right here. You gotta take that. Cut.
Hey. All right, we're back. I forgot I had to run a webinar for firearm stuff. So, seats in, there's two hooks in the front here, and then there's two tabs about right here that you have to kind of get the catch underneath the frame. And then we're just gonna put these guys back in. So this seat is actually vinyl. It's not leather. I thought it was leather. But I guess leather probably wouldn't make a lot of sense for a motorcycle. It'll probably get beat up pretty quickly. But man, what a difference just these couple little bits make. Put our bars back on here. If this was like something more serious, I would look up the torque spec. But I don't think if I even ever have a passenger on here, they're going to be holding on to these.
Matt should be grabbing onto my areolas. Holding on for dear life. Bro, this is my bike. I ain't riding on the back. Are you crazy? If we're going down, it's because I did it, not you. Last bit, we'll finish it up with the front carbon fender, and we'll give you guys some nice beauty shots.
I really like that seat.
So, last bit, we're gonna change the stock front fender here to carbon. This is easy. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be easy. Just 4 Allen heads, 2 on each side.
And this bike runs a 19 up front.
And an 18
in the rear. 18 in the rear.
And these are thin tires too.
So you end up having to change rims to go to a street tire.
These are drift tires, from what I've watched.
You drift?
They're narrow and they're not that grippy. I don't know, I like, it looks like it'd be a lot of fun to drift a bike. I don't think it's very easy. I'm probably gonna get hurt if I try to do that. I should get like a dump bike. What do they call them? Like one you just don't mind dropping all the time?
A crash bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To like kind of test that.
Yep.
But I want to be that guy who leaves doing like a donut, maybe a little bit side, just like how I drive a car, you know?
Nice big rolling burner to like 100 miles an hour.
On a bike, that'd be pretty cool.
Huh.
I don't need to do it at high speed. Just make a little smokiness. I wish that I gotta see if somebody makes a carbon piece for the headlight cover, because that's like kind of the last thing that's body painted now. I think it'll be nice. I don't know, I think the carbon's like a nice touch on a bike.
I think the carbon fiber looks good.
I love it, man.
I wasn't sure the other night what
it just transformed the bike.
Yep. It's just
well, that's the thing. Like even like I know that those tank caps are going to take wear and tear.
Yep.
Some guys like you can clear them. I'm like, I'll just go buy another set.
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
I mean, all my stuff gets scratched, and I can't own anything nice. Like I've realized that, so I've also like don't really beat myself up when shit happens now. Man, why can't car projects go this quick? Jeez. So we realize there's one fundamental aesthetic flaw here is these stick-on reflectors, so they gotta go.
Big problem.
It's probably not legal to do this, but what do I know? I'll plead ignorance. I don't plead the fifth, I plead ignorance. Ooh. Oh, almost.
Oh boy.
Clean off. Look at that.
That was pretty good.
Not too bad.
Fixed it. Now the bike is right.
Well, we gotta do the other side, but we don't.
All right, almost.
You guys don't have to watch me do this twice. You get the gist.
He's gonna do it again.
So you don't have to film this.
No, I'm just saying.
How much are we gonna show these guys? I mean, dicking around with this thing.
You're really good at it.
We're gonna lose all of our subs.
Well.